Football needs this thing because of the people who surround it and who support it.
Tuesday night, Derby County are back home this afternoon.
Knew that we were going to win something, you know, but LKS only championships, that's terrible, isn't it?
Just look at his face! Farland trying to get there, and Rioch blasts it, and Rioch scores it! And he's got it back again! Kevin Hector! So easy! 2-1!
Football needs this thing because of the people who surround it and who support it.
Tuesday night, Derby County are back home this afternoon.
Knew that we were going to win something, you know, but LKS League Championships, that's terrible.
Just look at his face! Farland trying to get there, and Rio blasts it, and Rio scores it!
He's got it back again! Kevin Hector! So easy! 2-1!
Football needs this thing because of the people who surround it and who support it.
Tuesday night, Derby County are back home this afternoon.
Good evening and welcome to a Friday night edition of Matchday Live from RamsTV. Tonight we're heading to Matlock for Derby County's Under-21s first home fixture of the new campaign. The young Rams go hunting for their first Premier League 2 win of the season against the three-time champions Manchester City. Lead coach Jake Buxton makes 5 changes to the Derby side that beat Preston in the Central League on Tuesday. It's also 5 changes from the side that faced Aston Villa on opening night last Friday. Jack Thompson continues in goal. Jack Perry and Tristan Gill get the nod at fullback, with Kai Robinson coming in to partner Ben Radcliffe in defence. Freddie Turley, the summer signing, makes his Premier League 2 first start next to Harry Hawkins in midfield. Alex Stepien Iwumene, Lennon Wheeldon and Riley Maloney are the 3 behind striker Emmanuel Ulasame, who you'll hear from in a moment. 4 changes for City from the side that were beaten on penalties by Chesterfield in the Bristol Street Mourners Trophy on Tuesday night. Im come Brits in goal, Gray in midfield, Lawrence and Abdoué in attack. City looking for their first win of the season after losing their Premier League 2 opener to Liverpool on Saturday. So both these sides looking for their first Premier League points of the season tonight. At least summer signing Emmanuel Ilusami was able to open his Rams account against Villa. The former Harrogate striker has been telling us about his move to Moor Farm.
It's been good. Obviously, it's a big change from where I was before, but started doing well, to be fair. It's been good, yeah.
Tell me about some of those changes. What's been the biggest shock to the system?
Probably say facilities-wise. Obviously, that was a big club, way bigger than where I was. So yeah, probably say getting used to obviously the big training ground, like pitches I'm playing on every week. But yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
I'm guessing that was part of the appeal of coming here, though, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just thought it would help me in my development as well. So.
And what about the standard and the training? Is that the level you're used to, or has that been a step up?
It's been a bit sharper, I would say, from where I was. So. Yeah, it took me like a couple of weeks to get used to it, but I feel like I'm used to it now, so it's good. And
the season's underway. A win in the week, but defeat on opening night of the Premier League 2 season. I know the circumstances maybe not what you would like, but your first Derby goal.
Yeah, it was good. Quite lucky, to be fair, but take it as a striker, take any goal, so it was good. Yeah.
I was going to say, as a striker, I guess it doesn't matter as long as you get off on the board.
As long as it goes in, I don't really mind how it goes in. So.
What did you make of the standard of that game and what you think you're going to see in Premier League 2 this season?
Villa were quite good, to be fair. They're quite sharp. We're good as well, but yeah, it's quite sharp from what I'm used to, in terms of games, just how it was. Quicker passes, quicker movement, but yeah, I think I'll get used to it, so it's good.
And the win over Preston in the week, was it good to sort of get Friday out of your system with that?
Yeah, it was a good win, especially heading into the game we have tomorrow. So, yeah, it's good to start off with a win as well.
Yeah, you've just come off your last session before the game against Manchester City. What are you expecting? What's the plan for them?
Just play winning our duels. Just going into it, knowing that we're going to win. That's the plan.
That's Derby striker Emmanuel Ulusame. It was certainly a tough start for the Rams at Aston Villa last week. But as the cliche goes, no easy games at this level. And you can see that when you look at the Rams Premier League 2 schedule over the next few weeks. This doesn't include the Central League, where they had the victory over Preston on Tuesday, of course. Newcastle, Liverpool, Wolves all on the horizon for Derby in their opening 5 games of the campaign. Remember, we're in a new format for the competition, following on from the success of last season. You don't play everyone home and away anymore, and after 20 matches, the top 16 go through to the playoffs. It's the same as what you'll see in the new-look Champions League for this upcoming season. Neither Derby nor Manchester City managed to make it through to the playoff round last season. Both will want to change that, of course. Here's Keith Briggs, Under-21s coach, on the challenges ahead and the season so far for the Rams.
Yeah, it was a very difficult start to the season, really. We know what Aston Villa would bring. Very physical. They've invested well in the past with regards bringing good young talent into the club, and we're up against it a little bit for our first game. I think there's so much more to come from us. I don't think we played to the best of our abilities, and I think we're holding on to that. If we play to our potential, we're a match for any team in the division. But maybe a little bit more to come from us. Show a little bit less respect to the opposition and go out there and perform how we can. I don't think the result wouldn't have gone the way it did. But yeah, we learn and we go into the next game.
And you did bounce back against Preston in the week. The first win of the season, however it comes, is good to get, isn't it?
Brilliant, yeah. The lads are up and running. It was a great sort of fixture for us, a different challenge. We spoke about in the past about what other teams might bring, Cat 3s, Cat 2s, non-league teams, and it's brilliant for the lads in their development to come up against another challenge. The calibre of play we come up against was really good. They played 7 or 8 first team lads who were dropping down, and we matched the challenge that come up against us. We were better both with the ball and without the ball against them, and it showed in the result. Some really positive performances from the boys.
Already your group looks different from the one that you had throughout pre-season. You've had a couple of guys go out on loan. Do you expect that change will sort of be consistent throughout the campaign? You'll maybe never have the same squad 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to find yourself having to deal with in the 21s football. I think lads are in different places with regards to their development and where they're at. Some might need a different environment to go out and challenge themselves at another club. Some need to really sort of hammer down their position in the 21s team. So we're always trying to juggle that challenge, and we're trying to do what's best for these boys to try and earn them a career in the game with our first team or elsewhere. So yeah, different challenges that we've got to come up against as coaching staff, but yeah, I think we're in a good place. I think we've got a really nice balance to the 21s group, and if lads have got to go out on loan to kick on with their career, we'll adapt and we'll go again with it.
And on to Friday, you come up against an academy. I mean, there's none better than Manchester City, really.
No, yeah, unbelievable academy. Probably one of the leading teams in the PL2. Again, nothing to fear. We come up against them last season and beat them. So if we go out and we show that potential that we know that we can to play to, I think it'll be a really good game. Go in and meet the challenge head on, and I'm sure it'll be a really, really positive game for us.
I think that was at Matlock, wasn't it? How nice is it to have the Proctor Carr Stadium as your base for the most part for this season? Yeah,
it's brilliant because it's got a proper feel about it. You know, you've got the stadium, so you've got the stands around it, a little bit more of a sort of a first team environment around the stadium, and it's great for the lads to play in sort of a stadium where it's got that sort of feel, proper old-fashioned old ground, which the lads will have to buy into it and get used to it. And no, I think it adds to a really good experience for both players, both teams. You know, teams coming in and for us as players and 21s coaches, it's just got a really good feel to it. Looking forward to this season.
That's Derby 21s coach Keith Briggs ahead of tonight's game. Derby County facing Manchester City in this Premier League 2 fixture at Matlock Town. The action is on the way next on RamsTV. Stay with us.
Football needs this thing because of the people who surround it and who support it.
to their new hero.
Knew that we were going to win something, you know, but LKS League Championships, that's terrible, isn't it?
Face! Just look at his face! Farland trying to get there. And Rio blasts it. And Rio scores it.
And he's got it back again. Kevin Hector. So easy. 2-1.
Welcome back. It's Matchday Live on a Friday evening up at Matlock Town's Proctor Car Stadium. Derby County's Under-21s are calling this place home this season. Tonight they're facing Manchester City's elite development squad, their Under-21 side. Both of these teams looking to get off the mark in Premier League 2 this season. Manny Ilusamane opened his Derby account last week against Aston Villa. The classic goal that a centre forward would look for, but they all count, as we were discussing with him earlier, and he starts once again tonight. 5 changes from the team that face Villa, 5 changes from the side that face Preston in the week as well. Jack Thompson starts his 2nd consecutive Premier League 2 game in goal. Perry comes into the side at right back. Change of role for Riley Maloney, who will play in a more attacking position down the left-hand side, and Lennon Wheeldon into the team as well. He'll support Ilusame up front. For the visitors, 4 changes from the side that faced Chesterfield in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy game on Tuesday night. Keep an eye on Jaden Heskey, son of the former England striker Emil Heskey, who will play just off the striker. Both of these teams missed out on the knockout rounds of this competition last season. Certainly a big disappointment for Manchester City. That ended a terrific run for them in this competition that saw them, well, dominate, winning 3 consecutive Premier League 2 titles from 2021 to 2023. Derby don't quite have the same calibre. They actually finished bottom of the table last season, though. Just one more victory would have seen them jump from 26th to 21st in the table. It's a little bit crowded at the bottom of the standings. We have a delay getting underway. I think the officials double checking the state of the goals and the netting at Matlock. Harry Hawkins, the Derby skipper tonight. Been at the club for a long, long time. In fact, a lot of this Derby side do have a long association with the Derby County Academy. A couple of minutes later than planned, we are going to get underway. Decent turnout in the stands at Matlock to watch this one tonight. Derby County, the home side, in the black and white, kicking from right to left. Manchester City, of course, in that distinctive sky blue with the white shorts and socks to go with it. They'll go from left to right. We are still waiting to get underway. As to why, your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid. Jaden Heskey waiting patiently. Derby's best finish in Premier League 2 came back in the 2019-20 season. The under-23s, as they were then, finished 4th in the 12-team top division. That was before they had the restructure last year. The balls have come back out here, and a bit of a warm-up has resumed. You can just see Jay Buxton at the bottom of your screen trying to figure out what's going on as well. As I say, your guess is as good as mine at the moment. We saw the assistant referee having a real look at the Manchester City goal away to the left. I don't know if that is still the issue. A couple of cable ties doing their best to keep things together. Let's get our first look at Spike Britz in the City goal tonight. He's been on the bench for their opening 2 games of the season. Not quite the thrilling start that we were hoping for you this evening on RamsTV. Bit of an anti-climax for you, and a bit of an anti-climax for the players as well, who trying to keep their eye in. Could never have enough pegs in my experience. Worth reiterating just how dominant Manchester City had been in the last couple of years. Things didn't go their way in Premier League 2 last season, but the 3 seasons prior to that, they absolutely ran away with the title on all 3 occasions. Back in the 2020-21 season, they finished 14 points clear at the top of the table, winning 17 of their 24 games. I'm sure they would love to get back to that, particularly under a new head coach, Ben Wilkinson, just 37 years old, taking over from Brian Barry Murphy in the summer. And now eventually, about 6 minutes later than planned, we are on the way at Matlock. Derby County's under-21s against Manchester City's under-21s on RamsTV. It's the visitors in the blue who have some early possession. Lakar Samuel. Derby in no rush at all to press. Early touch for Bertz. You won't miss him in the bright orange tonight. Radcliffe. Bit of a theme that came through from watching some of the under-21 sides who were in action in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy on Tuesday night, Manchester City included. They have an awful lot of the ball. It is a a possession-based game and then some. Interesting to see if Derby try to commit to a similar sort of style. He actually went in front in that game, lost on penalties in the end. Both teams scoring a fine free kick apiece. Foul there on Turley. But it was Maloney. Maloney to take this free kick, arrowed in toward Robinson. It was actually Radcliffe who came in behind him, and here's an opportunity for the Rams. And it's an opportunity that has been taken by the new number 9. It's 2 goals in 2 Premier League 2 games for Emmanuel Ilusame. In exactly the right place, at the right time, to give Derby an early lead. Maloney's ball in. Actually, clever little touch from Hawkins to keep things moving. And when it was fired back across goal, the striker was all on his own. Tidy finish. And it's the Rams who lead. I'm sure that won't affect how Manchester City approach this game whatsoever. It will be all about patience and possession. And for Derby, it will be about trying to punish them when they can. Radcliffe looks long. And Asami trying to make a nuisance of himself. It's all the way back to Spike Brits in the visiting goal. First thing he had to do, pick the ball out the back of his net. Maloney's header, Wheeldon, all the way from him, and back though by Maloney. First touch for Jack Thompson in the home goal. Freddie Turley wins it back for the Rams. Perry getting forward from right back. Ross just slightly overhit. It does look a good turnout, doesn't it? For Derby's first game of the season up at the Proctor Cars Stadium. Growing relationship between Derby and Matlock over the last couple of years. The Clowns development connection, of course. Derby playing their opening pre-season friendly this summer and last summer as well up at Matlock Town. Derby will be perfectly happy for City to keep trying that long ball forward. They'll have full confidence in Radcliffe and Robinson to be able to win those headers. And actually, Jaden Heskey was coming back from an offside position there, so Derby will have a free kick. Riley Maloney will do his absolute best to get the angle as he wants it. And it goes from Maloney. Met by Radcliffe again. Not able to turn that header goalwards. So a perfect start for the Rams. Robinson's header down, Wheeldon with the flick. Bravo by Charlie Gray. Now it's Simpson Poozy for the visitors. Alpha Ruprecht battling with Gill. Gill comes out on top. Wielden battling and fouling Justin Abawodu in the process. City keen to play. A little tug of the shirt from Wielden. Wright scored against Chesterfield on Tuesday. Abawodu's opportunity is blocked. Derby looking to break. Now Wielden has the ball at his feet. Maloney getting forward down that left-hand side. Wielden's lost possession. Heskey spots Lawrence out on the left. Ball doesn't reach him. Bit of a stumble for Jemai Simpson-Poozy. Charlie Gray. Lawrence down the left-hand side. He's got the run on Perry. And it was good defending from Radcliffe, who came across. And Derby escaped with the goal kick as well. Ball bouncing back off the City man. Know too much about it. And a foul from Jaden Heskey. Now being given the runaround by Radcliffe and Thompson. Here's Gill. Pulled back by Alpha Ruprecht. Baffled as to why that free kick wasn't given Derby's way. Right. Henderson Hall. Lawrence with him down that left-hand side again. Good tackle from Jack Perry. 4 starts, 7 appearances at this level last season, 15 more for the 18s. No lot is expected of the Rams at that age group this season. And certainly improvement hoped for from Derby at 21s level as well. Jacob Wright for City. You are moving the ball pretty nicely. Back by the Rams. Sami does well to control that. This is Turley, the summer signing. Thompson decides to clear long. Maloney with a good header on, but no one beyond him. City in possession with Lakyle Samuel. Pretty wasteful ball forward. from Simpson Pusey. Ball doesn't reach Perry. Lawrence has it. Turns away from a couple of Derby players. Aboa Wodo. Blocked behind by the defender. City will win the first corner of this game, 11 minutes in. Taken short. Right. The understanding wasn't there between Aboa Wodo and his defender. Wielden draws the foul. He knew what he was doing. And Radcliffe now, probably the senior statesman of this Derby 21 side. Certainly in terms of players that are starting tonight. He actually has experience in senior football from his time at Burton Albion too. Or a handful of Derby players that have been involved with the senior side in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy over the last couple of years. Clearances from Perry into the stand. City starting to gain a bit of territory. Samuel. Over to Simpson Pusey, who was captain of City's FA Youth Cup winning 18s. Lawrence doesn't reach him. Perry in the way again. That'll be an interesting battle down the Derby's right-hand side. Hawkins for Derby, who have bodies forward here. Wielden in some space, across goal. Ilusame was waiting there again. Derby looking to keep the pressure on with Perry. They want to throw in. This was the chance. Landon found himself in all sorts of room. Simpson Pusey it was with the clearance in the end. Now it's Jack Thompson, who's been around the first team squad in these early weeks of the season and through pre-season as well. I know that the first team coaching staff are watching tonight as they prepare for the game away at Watford tomorrow. Overseas viewers will be able to watch that one on RamsTV. Don't forget to buy your Game Pass for it if you're outside the UK. That's a searching ball from Robinson. A little too searching for Perry. Collision here between Esky and Perry. In fact, it's Freddie Turley who has been on the receiving end of it. think Derby are going to be given the ball back. They will. There's a couple of new signings in this Derby side that regular viewers won't know if you were watching regularly last season. Alex Stepien Imuwene's coming from Southampton, Freddie Turley from Shamrock Rovers over in Ireland, and the goal scorer tonight, Manny Ilusame from Harrogate Town. Freddie Turley actually also has a bit of a senior football experience. Out on loan at the Bray Wanderers last season. Strong challenge from Maloney. Gives Simpson Pucci nowhere to go. Heskey's header. Derby win the loose ball. Boawodo holding on under the attention of Wheeldon. That's read well by Perry. The right back's going to try and push forward here. Wheeldon down the middle, can't get to it. It's a little over ambitious from City though. This is Hawkins. His pass to Maloney wasn't quite right. Oh, the dog's excited. Turley. A second time. Wheeldon. Wheeldon might have a go. Maloney instead to drive it across goal. And with a Boawoa lurking again, it's the goalkeeper who makes the save. Despite the pressure and possession that City might have had, they haven't really crafted anything yet. Ball toward Heskey. Offside flag was up. Derby's defence looked pretty comfortable. Derby fans of a certain generation will be haunted by the Heskey surname. Jaden's dad, Emil, scored 5 goals against Derby, a brace at Pride Park for Leicester in '98 and a hat-trick for Liverpool in a 4-0 win at Anfield in 2000. Heskey Senior, over 700 appearances in his career. UEFA Cup, FA Cup, League Cup winner. 62 England caps as well. Certainly plenty for son Jaden to try and live up to. Although he does already have an FA Youth Cup to his name, which his dad never won. Robinson puts that into the stands under the attention of the aforementioned Heskey Jr. Samuel on halfway. pressure from Wielden. Good work from Justin Gill, the left back there, just to put a bit of pressure on Jacob Wright, make things tricky. The touch toward Alpha Ruprecht. Derby have the throw-in. Gill, not 18 till October. There are a couple of very young 21s in this Derby team tonight. I expect there will be plenty knocking on the door from the 18s to play at this level throughout the season as well. He may has a very talented group on his hands at that age group. Ball toward Lawrence. Perry's in the way. Slightly overhit from Turley. Thompson's there in plenty of time. Robinson. Missed by Wright. Picked up by Wielden. Skips over a challenge as well, Lennon Wielden. Now he heads toward the penalty area. Hawkins, referee just got in the way for a moment. Robinson. Looking for Perry. Didn't find him, but Derby have the throw-in. Past the midway point of the first half. Derby still leading through that 3rd-minute goal from Mani Ilusame. Only real sign of goal that either side has had. Jack Thompson in the Derby net, certainly not been called into action as of yet. Samuel. Down the corner for Alpha Ruprecht. Buried Alpha Ruprecht, rejected offers from Chelsea and Bayern Munich, amongst others, to sign for City back in the summer of 2022. There's an awful lot of movement. Top-end youth players. It's a transfer market that's probably not fully appreciated by some supporters. A lovely feat there. Decent header away by Turley. Right to regather. This is Nico O'Reilly, the visitors' captain tonight. That's Ben Radcliffe. Just marshalling the ball out of play. Derby goal kick. Dealing well with the danger there. Esky left to do a lot of chasing, not for the first time. All pretty comfortable for Derby just at the moment. Poor touch from Stepien Iwamene will give City the ball back. Shame, because Perry was breaking down that right-hand side as well. Chases on for Alpha Ruprecht, but he won't get there. That pass picked off by Nico O'Reilly, who's continued his run. Danger for Derby here. Good header away by Gill. Recovered by Wright. Is he just lacking a couple of ideas? Credit Derby's shape and organisation for that. Well, the Rams haven't been able to make anything stick either, just for the moment. Gray. O'Reilly. Battling with Stepien Uwamene. City's ball. Derby win it back, City appealing for a foul. Goal scorer with it. Parry loses out. Radcliffe clears. This is Jemai Simpson-Pusey for the visitors. Made his senior debut in a pre-season friendly against Celtic back in July. A couple of this City side have toured with the first team squad. Alpha Ruprecht with the ball, and he's ghosted past Gill. Can he pick someone out? Only a white shirt. That's Maloney's turn to drop the trick. Here's Wielden, and he's got Stepien Uwamene out on that far side. Managed to get hold of the ball. Wielden again. City win it back right by the corner flag. Driving run here. Good covering though from Kai Robinson. Bit of space perhaps for Derby. Maloney. Pop back for Hawkins. Gill's under pressure as well. Robinson not taking any chances. Probably the wise move. Got a glimpse of Ben Wilkinson, the Manchester City coach. He's the son of the former Sheffield Wednesday Leeds England caretaker boss Howard Wilkinson. Actually had a short spell in Derby's youth team prior to his professional career. O'Reilly ignores the run of Wright. Jacob Wright has the ball now. Samuel. Alpha Ruprecht. There's the cross. Eski made the run at the front post and got the connection as well, but over the top of the crossbar. Once again, Derby not in any real trouble there. Here's Derby's goal scorer. Lusami finding Wielden. He doesn't have the ball for very long. Good tackle from Gill. Just rolled out of play though. Should be a City ball. Is a City ball. Harry Hawkins making friends. Bawardu. Hawkins will both have a talking to from the referee. Gill's header. Drops for Turley. For Ruprecht. Caught by Maloney. City have the free kick. It's a good run from right down the middle. Now Thompson came out of his area there. And the referee says that he was still holding the ball between his gloves when he came out of the penalty box. Not sure Thompson can have too many complaints. And this is a City free kick right on the edge of the Derby penalty area. I wonder whether it's too close to get up and over the wall. Well, Jacob Wright scored a stunning free kick for City to give them the lead at Chesterfield on Tuesday night in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. It was from this sort of area. I think it's Wright standing over the ball now here. Charlie Gray's there as well. He's just walked away from it. And will Jack Thompson be called upon to redeem himself here? City's first real sight at the Derby goal, this. Thompson on his toes. And in the end, not required. Didn't have the room to get it up and down. Thompson was across to cover. But 10 to half time, and that is as close as Manchester City have come. Ping forward for Maloney to chase. Now for Ruprecht. Moves it away. Run back by Hawkins. Wielden's in there as well. Lusami put his body in the way. And the big striker has won Derby a free kick in a good area. It was Maloney who delivered 3 minutes in for Derby to open the scoring. Expect him to aim for Robinson and Radcliffe at that back post again, which is where the pushing and shoving is going on. Guy Robinson, who was called up to England's under-19s back in March. He's been on the bench for the first team a couple of times as well, till the back end of last season. In from Maloney. Hawkins with the header, which is well wide. I don't know if Harry Hawkins expected to be the target for this. Mike Britt's able to watch that comfortably sail past his post. Powerful header from Robinson, and here's Wheeldon, and that's 2-0 to Derby. Well, it's as simple as that. Robinson's ball forward, Ilasame with the touchdown, and Wheeldon only needed half a side of goal to double Derby's lead. Back in the side tonight and finding the net for the first time this season. Robinson's header there. Good awareness from Derby's under-9 to tee up Wheeldon, who made no mistake with the finish. A goal and an assist for the striker. And Wheeldon getting in on the act. And it's all going Derby's way at the moment. Two goals in 10 appearances in this competition last season. Lennon Wheeldon already halfway to that total. Just 38 minutes into the new campaign. For Ruprecht for City. They do some damage here. Gill in the way. Freddie Turley tidying up. That's brilliant play from the Irishman. Stepien Iwamene. We're a little unfortunate. O'Reilly coming the other way, but Turley's got a cross again. Free kick goes Derby's way. Really good work from Freddie Turley there. On 2 occasions. It's his first Premier League 2 start tonight, after signing in the summer. Adjusting to the level pretty well, I'd say, through these opening 40 minutes. Five to the break. Floated in by Maloney toward Radcliffe. It was Radcliffe's header. And the challenge from Radcliffe, a little too enthusiastic. Farid Alpha Ruprecht down, although he's back to his feet pretty quickly. Hear the dulcet tones of Jake Buxton every now and again. Derby's 21s lead coach. Still only 39, Bucko. Cult hero with the Rams, of course. Only actually made 159 appearances for Derby in a 7-year spell. What an impact he made on and off the pitch. His side enjoying A good night up at Matlock so far this evening. Robinson, who was involved in the second goal. Robinson and Thompson and Radcliffe playing their own game at the moment. Forward by Wright, away by Hawkins. Straight into the City dugout. Half-time fast approaching. Perry. Turley. Perry's continued his run. Nice play from Derby this. Stepien Iwumene. Bought from Perry. Derby keeping possession. Wheeldon, scorer of Derby's second. And straight into Charlie Gray, who was eventually fouled. Not sure whether it was Wheeldon or Maloney who was the guilty party in the end, but on we play, City in possession. Lawrence twisting and turning and going down. And the referee's pointed to the penalty spot. It looked as though Lawrence might have run out of room. Faced by Perry here. It was Perry's lunge. The referee deemed took enough of the attacker to hand Manchester City a chance to get back into this game just a minute or so before half-time. So it will be Jacob Wright, who has scored in every game so far for Manchester City. Got the goal in their defeat to Liverpool on Friday, scored in the draw, an eventual penalty shootout defeat to Chesterfield on Tuesday as well. And Jack Thompson deny him a third goal in as many games. Right, looks composed. Is composed. Sends Thompson the wrong way. Isn't bothered about any sort of celebration. All business for Jacob Wright, who's cut Derby's lead in half as we move into first half stoppage time. Well taken by Jacob Wright. We creep closer and closer to the half-time whistle. First half has flowed pretty nicely. No significant stoppages. Ilusami brings down a City player. Maybe one last chance for them to get the ball forward before the whistle goes. Throwing goes City's way. I must confess, I didn't see the board for half time. Here goes the throw. It bounces off Heskey initially, sent back in by Wright again. Offside flag might have been up there. I believe we have much longer remaining in this first half. And there is the half-time whistle. So Derby leading Manchester City by 2-1 in their opening home league fixture of the Premier League 2 campaign. A 3-minute lead handed to them by Manny Ilusame, his second goal in as many Premier League 2 games. The Derby striker quickest to react to a loose ball in the penalty area. Lennon Wheeldon double the advantage, teed up by his strike partner 6 minutes before the break. Taken well by Wheeldon, but Jacob Wright getting Manchester City back in the game by converting a penalty just before we moved into added time at the end of the first half. That means it's Derby with the 1-goal advantage at the break. Looks as though from looking at the Manchester City subs, they're already planning to bring Will Dixon on at half-time, but we'll confirm any changes for you when we come back for the second half shortly. At half-time, it's Derby County 2, Manchester City 1.
Knew that we were going to win something, you know, but LKSLA Championships, that's terrible, isn't it?
Just look at his face! Farland trying to get there, and Rio blasts it, and Rio scores it!
And he's got it back again! Kevin Hector!
Welcome back. Derby County leading Manchester City's Under-21s at half-time in this Premier League 2 fixture at Matlock Town tonight. We'll take you through the major moments of the first half as we see City substitutes continuing to go through their warm-ups at half-time just down below us. Derby opening the scoring 3 minutes in. Maloney's ball over. Clever touch from Hawkins to keep things alive, and Mani Ilusame with his second goal in as many Premier League 2 games. Didn't know a great deal about his first at Aston Villa last Friday night, but in the right place at the right time for this one. Good finish from the striker to give Derby the lead. And he was involved in the second as well. Kai Robinson with a strong header back. Good awareness from the striker. And Lennon Wheeldon with a first-time finish. Spike Burt's in the away goal with no chance of stopping that. And Wheeldon on target for the first time in this campaign. City back in the game though, courtesy of a penalty right at the end of the first half. Driving run from Emilio Lawrence. Jack Perry went to ground. He claims he doesn't touch him. Playing backed up by one or two of the Derby players around him. But no real hesitation from the officials. And it was Jacob Wright who scored on opening day against Liverpool and against Chesterfield in the week to convert the penalty for the visitors and mean that we have a game on our hands going into the second half at the Proctor Cars Stadium. So 2-1 at half-time as the young Rams try to get Derby County Football Club off to a winning start this weekend. Hopefully the first team will be able to follow suit tomorrow. The Rams back on the road away at Watford. Fantastic away from home in their League One promotion winning campaign last season, of course, Derby. And after getting that first victory under their belts against Middlesbrough last Saturday, the Rams will be looking to build on it. They've had a week off between games, which is pretty rare at this stage of the season. We were talking to head coach Paul Ward about exactly that ahead of the game.
It is a luxury. I mean, since we've been back, it's been chaotic. So it has enabled us to do other stuff. Has enabled us to come off a couple of lads. A few of the lads are, like David Ozo, for example, hasn't played 3 games in a week in his career, I don't think. So that was quite good. Been able to work, obviously, with the new keeper, Jacob in the building. So that helps, gives a good steady week, and it's a nice build-up for the game. And then, obviously, we go to Barrow and then Bristol, and then we have another bit of calm.
How has Jacob looked this week?
Yeah, really good. Fortunately, it would be a bit of an anticlimax if he came in and had no hands. So that's good. No, he looked all right, comfortable. Doing some stuff with him in the team shape as well, which is obviously essential. So yeah, no, he looked okay. Is it going to take a little bit of time to bed him in and get him to understand what you want from him? Yes and no. I think my managerial answer is takes weeks of work. It's non-stop. But realistically, it's just football, isn't it? I think the thing that takes longer to bed in is probably like the intricacies that you learn over periods of time. Any new signing. So, for example, if it was the last minute of the game, do I want him to play a short goal kick across the 6-yard box, or do I want him to hit long? I think most people listening to me talking would know what I want, but Swedish football is different. So there's probably little bits like that, little bits of management like that, but he'll pick them up. He's really intelligent, so it doesn't take him long. Unless you're going to drop an exclusive on us, no new signings this week at the moment, but you will have Jerry Yates available for the first time, which will feel like a new signing. Yeah, it will, yeah. Really pleased. Jerry was excellent pre-season, obviously, and gives us a real threat if selected. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing him run around. It's weird, he's like, since his suspension's finished, he seems to be a bit louder. Seems to be saying hello to me a lot more. So I'm well aware that he's available, yeah. So it'd be nice to have him back. You're still getting plaudits for what you achieved last season. Aaron Casher named in the PFA League One Team of the Year on Wednesday night, which leads me to ask how he's doing, because he came off, of course, against Middlesbrough at the weekend. Yeah, well, he's obviously going through his concussion protocol, so he won't be available for a couple of games, unfortunately, which is hugely frustrating for him, and it always is. It's hard to tell a player that, look, it's for your own good to come off. In years to come, he'll obviously send me flowers for the rest of my life on that day to remember that, you know, we've saved him. But at the time, he wasn't best pleased at coming off, obviously, and he's a competitor, so it's a big loss for us. And as always, it's like, you know, next man up, and can't cry about it. You have to do what's right for the player and the player's health. They're not robots, so you have to do what's right. So yeah, unfortunately, he's missing, which he isn't best pleased about.
On to Saturday, Watford have had a very good start. How do you try to slow them down?
Good question. They've had a really good start. Like Tom's, you know, changed, I don't know, 5 or 6, 7 players. They're a really athletic side. I think Watford are one of them teams, if you play them on their day, they're smoking everybody, which they have been like that for years and years, in fairness. And they are scoring goals. I think they scored 11 in 3 games. I know they have. They obviously scored 3 away at Millwall, 3 at home to a very good Stoke side. And they have a lot of threat and pace throughout the team. So it doesn't take a genius to work out. If you look at their team sheet, they're quite good. So there's a lot of things we'll have to be really good at. In the same way, I thought Middlesbrough are really good. You know, as coaches, we watch at least the last 3 games that they play in. When we obviously watch our lads train, and we have to work out the best way to stop them and the best way to hurt them. So, look, the better teams in this league, and there's a lot of very good teams, don't have many frailties, but everyone does. Every team, every shape has a weakness, and it's our job as coaches with the players to work out that way, and that's what we're in the middle of now.
Football needs this thing because of the people who surround it and who support it.
Tuesday night, Derby County are back home this afternoon.
rising to their new hero.
Knew that we were going to win something, you know, but it's only championships. That's terrible, isn't it?
Just look at his face. Farland trying to get there, and Rio blasts it, and Rio scores it.
He's got it back again. Matlock Town. So easy. 2-1.
Welcome back to the Proctor Cars Stadium. We are still waiting for the two teams to rejoin us for the second half. At the break, it's Derby County's Under-21s leading Manchester City's Under-21s by 2-1. Manny Ilusame and Lennon Wheeldon on target for the Rams. Jacob Wright responding for the visitors from the penalty spot. Right on the stroke of half-time. In fact, here come the visitors, who I suspect might be making a change at the break. But we will confirm that for you as and when. I'm sure Jake Buxton and his staff will be pretty pleased with what they saw from their side in the first half. Here come Derby in the black and white. Confirm the teams for you once we get back underway. Dan Cox, one of the Derby subs, just making his way down the tunnel. I think it's Sebastian Naylor who's waiting to come on. It is Seb Naylor waiting at the bottom of your picture, so we'll get the change confirmed in just a moment. The Farid Alpha Rupert has made way. And it looks as though Naylor is going to left back, so we might see a bit of a reshuffle for City in this second half. The side that dominated this competition for 3 consecutive years before failing to reach the playoffs last season in the revamped Premier League 2. The Derby get the second half underway. The Rams in black and white from left to right in the second half, giving the ball straight to Spike Brits quite early. So no changes for Derby at half-time. Jack Thompson in goal, back four of Jack Perry, Ben Radcliffe, Kai Robinson and Tristan Gill. Freddie Turley and Harry Hawkins, the two in midfield, with Alex Stepien Iwumene and Lennon Wheeldon and Riley Maloney in support of Manny Ilusame up front. Thompson keeps his cool. Robinson gets rid. Ilusame clattered into by Charlie Gray and tried to plead innocence. The Derby strike is feeling that one. Maloney with this free kick for Derby. Didn't reach Robinson or Radcliffe, who were trying to come in around the back. Just like the senior team, Derby look a threat from set pieces. Oh, good work from Heskey. Here's Lawrence. Still Emilio Lawrence. And he finds the side netting. Off a deflection. Not sure if it was off the defender or if it was a touch from Jack Thompson. But Emilio Lawrence has been the man to cause Derby problems so far tonight. Corner kick taken short. Charlie Gray. O'Reilly. Towering figure. Uses Naylor, the substitute. Let's come to Naylor again. O'Reilly. Now Lawrence, who's got good feet. Lost out there, and Derby on the break. Lusami leading the charge, and he's still going. Looked like he was caught by Simpson Pusi. That was the only way that they were going to stop Mali Lusami. Look where this run starts. 30 yards from his own goal, powering through. Beats Simpson Pusi in the first instance, rides another challenge. Wins Derby the free kick.
Having a good time. Make sure you're out as soon as it's done.
And Simpson Pusi's been shown a yellow card for that challenge as well. Derby looking to restore that 2-goal lead. Everyone back for City. Referee finally happy. Maloney delivers. Flashes across the face of goal. Robinson has to give up on it. Here's Lawrence, starting to find some space, taking on Perry. Still going Lawrence, just that little shove from Perry was enough to bring him down. Now is this in Jacob Wright's range? Certainly approaching the ball as if it is. Scored from the penalty spot earlier. This is pretty central. Long way out. Just wonder if he will go for goal. Right, will go for goal. For the second time this evening, it's off target. Wonder what Derby are planning to try and contain Emilio Lawrence, who looks like the man who's going to make something happen for City down that left-hand side. Only 7 minutes gone in this second half. Nice flick from O'Reilly, rather unnecessary, but he's running away from the Derby midfield, and he's finding Lawrence. Right. Lawrence to the back post, he should have scored. He should have scored. Emilio Lawrence finding himself all on his own at the back post. Acres of space, he probably even had time to take a touch, but he took it on first time. It's a sign of confidence, and if it's on target, it's probably heading toward Jack Thompson so fast that he's got no time to react. Fortunately for Derby, it's into the ground and over the top of the crossbar. And another sign that Manchester City have gone up a couple of levels since half-time. Hawkins with the challenge, can't win the ball. Right, finds Naylor. Lawrence provides the width. And the drive across midfield. Only finds Hawkins. This is Wielden. A shove in the back from Maddie Henderson-Hall. Derby will settle for that, I'm sure. Oh, it's one back here by Gray. Stood up by Robinson. That was a strong challenge from the Derby defender. City have won it back. Henderson-Hall. It's right on the ball. Simpson-Pusi. Naylor. Lawrence. Naylor. Tackle from Perry was a good one, had to be. But Manchester City are starting to look just that little bit more menacing, and there is a long way to go in this game. Lawrence, good control, good tackle though by Perry. Derby just keep giving the ball back to City though. Kyle Samuel. Henderson-Hall. And now it's Nico O'Reilly trying to make room for the shot. Naylor goes for it. Straight back to Naylor. Now right. Oh, that's a clever flick. Naylor's cross. Deal with the defensive header. And Maloney's able to wriggle clear as far as Lennon Wielden. Derby at least able to relieve some pressure for a moment. Certainly more intent from City out of possession in this second half. Perry on the end of a strong challenge. Derby free kick. Searching ball for Maloney, who does absolutely everything he can to get there. In fact, it's Justin Gill, I think, who in the end has been left on the deck. Then he play forward. Hawkins has it though. Derby makes something out of this. Maloney. Wheeldon, scorer of Derby's second goal. He's probably the Rams' best spell of possession in the second half. Wheeldon keeps hold of the ball. Spots the run of Perry. And it's grabbed out of the air by Spike Britz. That's a foul on Nico O'Reilly. Delay here as Derby's opening goal scorer, Manny Ilusame, needs a bit of treatment. This was the foul on O'Reilly. Certainly just taking the legs out from under him. Derby don't have an out-and-out striker on the bench. Morton Spencer can play an attacking role. Max Bardell and Dan Cox are both defensive options, and Cruz Allen will fill in across the midfield. They would prefer to not have anything to happen to their number 9. We'll see whether Manny Ilusame is able to continue. Not sure if your lip reading is any better than mine. I think I made out cramp, but we'll see. Manchester City look like they're about to make another change anyway. Samuel for Manchester City. Out to right. Derby temporarily a man down. Ball in is straight into the arms of Jack Thompson. Radcliffe looks long. Derby are back to full strength. Ilusame back on the field. I wonder how long he'll last. Perry puts it into the stand. Naylor. They're chasing for right to do. Samuel. Derby doing their best to try and prevent City going down the middle of the pitch. They'll look wide instead. Henderson Hall. Now it's Gray. Henderson Hall and Wright not able to combine. Derby making a change. Max Bardell is coming on. We're shooting for Jack Perry at right back. It's Freddie Turley who's gone off. Max Bardell has gone to right back, and here is Jack Perry, who's just been pushed forward a little into midfield. Some extra legs in there. A good performance, a good hour or so for Freddie Turley on his first start in Premier League 2. Bardell's going to be called into action defensively here immediately. O'Reilly, Gray. Clever run from Naylor. He didn't have the quality on the pass to match the intelligence of the run. It's straight through to Jack Thompson. Derby barely had the ball in the City final third this half. Perry put his hip in the way. That's a foul. Stops any attempt at a counter-attack at the very least. More changes for City. Matthew Warhurst has replaced Jaden Heskey, who's had a bit of a quiet night in truth. It's striker for City. That's another foul on a City player. Matthew Warhurst, who's coming on, hit a hat-trick on the final day of the season for the Under-18s last season. Actually had 4 hat-tricks at that level last year, so plenty of goal-scoring pedigree for him. He makes the step up to this level. Here's Lawrence. Wheeldon for Derby. Protects the ball well. Hill's given it straight to Gray. Right now keeps it moving. Naylor. In toward Henderson Hall. Cleared away as far as right. Now it's Charlie Gray. Drifts away from Wheeldon. Stabbed out to Henderson Hall. Another cross in from him. Thompson takes charge of that. Good goalkeeping. Past the midway point of the second half, Derby still leading by 2-1. That was the score at half-time. Jacob Wright's penalty getting City back into it. And they've had all the pressure second half. Here's Lawrence, pulled across goal. Good defending from Kai Robinson. City force a third corner. There's the cross. Fade away as far as right. Here's Naylor, the half-time substitute. City being urged forward by head coach Ben Wilkinson. Took over from Barry Murphy in the summer, who left after 3 years in charge to pursue new opportunities. He was pretty heavily linked with the Preston job last week before that went to Paul Heckingbottom. Another name you'll know that was previously in charge of this group, the now Chelsea boss, Enzo Maresca, in charge a couple of years ago. Derby going to make another change here. It's Lennon Wheeldon who's making way, Derby's goal scorer. His goal, the difference between the sides at the moment. And it's Cruz Allen, the 17-year-old Wales youth international, who's coming on. Danger for Derby here. Good challenge though by Tristan Gill, the left back. Derby decide they want City to do some chasing. They've not had to do much of that in the second half. It's not a great clearance from Thompson. Better clearance from Hawkins though to get the ball away. Here's Sami making a nuisance of himself. Not too much of a nuisance in the eyes of the referee. Into the final 18 minutes of this game. Naylor. Bardell under it. Perry. The long legs of Nico O'Reilly keep possession. Bardell does well to close the wickets. This is Cruz Allen. First couple of touches for him since coming on. City patient. But Derby pretty happy with them having the ball here. Lusami has it again. Perry, Allen, Bardell pushing forward. Might live to regret it because Lawrence is streaking away down the left-hand side. That's a heavy touch. Good tackle from Radcliffe. Left Lawrence in a pile on the deck, and Allen maybe just guilty of trying to force a ball that wasn't there. Good work from Robinson, although he's given the ball away. Wright coming forward. Blocked by Gill. Another change coming here. As Derby win the throw-in in front of their dugout. Milo Lawrence has gone off here. Might be good news for Derby. Michael Okeke is coming on. Lawrence was left in a heap after that strong challenge a few moments ago. Okeke has started the last couple of games for City. But they have made their changes. Henderson Hall. Gray. Over to O'Reilly. Naylor. First touch. In fact, it's Abawodu who's come over to the near side now. O'Reilly. Right. Finds Naylor. Perry quickly across. Bardell there as well. That's a goal kick. Charlie Gray for Manchester City. Burwodo. Deep cross. Snapped by Gill. Back in City possession once more. Gray. City trying to use the width. Not managed to punish Derby just yet. Go all the way back to Spike Brits, and there was an in goal. Beaten twice in the first half, not troubled at all in the second. O'Reilly. Drops it off for Naylor. Henderson Hall. This is the substitute Okeke. Naylor thought about swinging the cross. Gray with the clip. Nice idea. Derby giving it away. And here's O'Reilly, and that's the equaliser. In the end, it's a simple move for City. And it's Nico O'Reilly, the captain, with a smart finish past Jack Thompson to make it 2-2. City have come all the way back. And the way the water's been flowing in this second half, they might fancy their chances of going on to win this. Given away to Gray. Clever little touch around the corner from the substitute Warhurst. And then O'Reilly in the penalty area. First time finish, stabs past Thompson. We have 10 to go, and it's 2-2. Both of these sides, remember, looking for their first Premier League 2 points of the season. Both lost last weekend. Derby on the Friday night to Aston Villa. Manchester City on the Saturday to Liverpool. Both by the same scoreline, in fact, 3-1. Derby's first win of last season actually came against City here. Could still see a repeat of that scoreline. 4-2 it was that afternoon to the Rams. John Brown getting a couple of goals that night. With the first team preparing for the game at Watford tomorrow as City press again. Naylor stabs over the cross. Hoisted clear by Radcliffe. Not sure I want to see Derby try and defend like this for the final 10 minutes plus whatever added time we have. Naylor on the touchline. O'Reilly the goal scorer. Tackled by Bardell. City throwing right by the corner flag. We'll see Dan Cox and Morgan Spencer, the Derby substitutes, warming up. That's a mistake by Naylor. Derby will be happy with that. Warhurst putting Thompson under pressure. This is Robinson for the Rams. Maloney. Derby haven't really had any offensive outlet at all in the second half. Hawkins dispossessed. So Keke with a strong challenge, and now O'Reilly the goal scorer. Bardell, important header there. That's given straight to Hawkins. Maloney. Still Maloney. Ilasame wasn't able to find the loose ball in the penalty area. It's the first time that we've really seen any pressure from the Rams at all since half-time. O'Reilly clears. Bardell will try and keep the ball in the City half. Cushion header by Allen. Perry's ball toward the penalty area. Drops for Hawkins. Gill getting forward down the left-hand side. He's done well as Justin Gill. Still has possession, in fact. It's Gill's cross. Allen's header. Ilusame. Didn't drop for Allen. City have to clear, and they're under pressure for the first time. Allen tries to get to that. And the free kick has gone Derby's way. It's right on the corner of the penalty area. A couple of inches further forward, and that might have been a penalty to the Rams. Clever flick there from Maloney, and it's right on the edge of the box. Having not threatened at all in the second half, Derby've suddenly found some life since that City equaliser. And you just never know. Carl Samuel shown a yellow card for that challenge. Second City player booked tonight. What a twist this would be, given the way the second half has gone. Riley Maloney, of course, to take it. He's taken every set piece that Derby have had tonight. Derby have sent pretty much everybody forward, City with almost everyone back. Derby led this game by 2-0, pegged back to 2-2, trying to restore their lead. And in by Maloney. That was a good opportunity. Not sure if it was Robinson or Hawkins, but the header goalward off target. And now here come Manchester City. It's Warhurst down the middle. Warhurst! Thompson got a piece. And Max Bardell not able to clear it off the line. And moments after Derby have their first real chance of the half, Manchester City complete the comeback. Matthew Warhurst, the substitute, with the goal. I think Jack Thompson will be frustrated that having got a big hand to that, he wasn't able to keep it out. Warhurst held off Radcliffe, and although Max Bardell did everything he could, the ball rolls into the net. It's agonising for the Rams. But it is Manchester City who have been pressing throughout the second half. Dropped off a little when they got that equaliser. But now Warhurst with the third goal. And Derby with some concern for their centre-forward, Manny Ilasami, as well. Bit of pushing and shoving. What does Derby have in these final few minutes? Having led this game for such a long time. Given away by Robinson, given straight back to him. Derby led for 77 minutes of this game. Spike Brits haven't had much to do this second half. There will be a couple of minutes added on. It's really good work from Mani Ilusame, and he was pulled back there. It was by Lykyle Samuel, who's been booked and has been shown a second yellow card. Lykyle Samuel sent off with 30 seconds remaining. And how much does this change things for the final couple of minutes of this game? Cynical from Samuel, who'd already been shown a yellow card only a couple of minutes before, in fact. Derby taking the throw-in quickly. Just turned by the striker. As blatant as they come. To Derby with a man advantage. Can they turn that into an equaliser? City hit them on the break for the third goal. Arrowed in by Maloney. And cleared away. Another great touch from Gill. Derby have prevented the count at the very least. There's a man down here. Final change of City. Braithwaite's going to come on for Henderson. Central defender add to the mix, and Morton Spencer's going to come on for Derby as well. Riley Maloney replaced by Morton Spencer, the former Leeds and Sunderland man, for what remains of this game. Maloney making the long walk behind the goal. We are into 6 minutes of added time as Derby search for an equaliser. Picked up by Hawkins. Here's Perry. In fact, it's Bardell getting forward. Down he goes. Appeals from the supporters behind the stand. Nothing given by the referee, who has awarded a penalty at that end already in this game. Maybe a little bit of a shove from Okeke. We are halfway through the 3 added minutes. 6 added minutes, I should say. Mike Britt's taking his time over the goal kick. Probably the first one he's taken long tonight. Robinson's header. Drops out of play. City taking their time. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do there. Derby, touch fortunate to get away with the goal kick. To the play. Robinson for the Rams. Played out nicely to Bardell. Perry. Anywhere will do for City. And the coach is going to get a card here. I think they've been set from the dugout for time wasting, deliberately knocking the ball over the top of the dugout. Now to play. We're into the final minute. Will there be another twist? Launched forward by Radcliffe. Thompson did well. Hawkins. Spencer. Ilasami holds it up well. And then is fouled, and Derby will get one final opportunity here. Ilasami back to his feet. Limps away. He'll know he's been in a battle tonight. Good work from the number 9 again. It's a real lunge from Akeke. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the final action of the game. Jack Thompson has stayed back. Half wondered whether the goalkeeper might be thrown forward into the mix. Derby playing against 10 men, remember. Can they find an equaliser? In goes the cross. It's Allen at the front post. It's a corner. Is there time to take it? Derby's first corner of the game. Morton Spencer to take. Derby led by 2-0. Seconds from defeat. In by Spencer. And as Gill sends it back in, the final whistle goes, and it is disappointment for Derby in their first home fixture of this new Premier League 2 season. Jake Buxton's side led Manchester City for 77 minutes. But after Jacob Wright's penalty had got the visitors back into the game just before half-time, Nico O'Reilly finally got the equaliser with 10 to play, and then 6 minutes later, Matthew Warhurst broke clear on the break to get City's third and ultimately get City's winner. Lacarl Samuel was sent off in the closing stages, shown a second yellow card, and I don't think you can have any complaints about either of them. But this will really sting for Derby to have led for so long and to leave empty-handed, and to start their Premier League 2 season with back-to-back defeats. Final score, Derby County's Under-21s 2, Manchester City Under-21s 3. There's still a couple of wry smiles for the Derby players as they make their way off. Such a good start for them, 3 minutes in, when Emmanuel Ilasame prodded home their opening goal, the striker in exactly the right place. 6 minutes before the break, he played a part in Derby's second. Lennon Wheeldon, first start of the season for him, converting after Robinson found Ilasame, who set up Wheeldon for 2-0. City handed the lifeline in the closing stages of the first half. Jack Perry with the foul on Emilio Lawrence. Referee gave the penalty for this. Lawrence turning infield and then back toward the byline. There was the contact, just enough. And Jacob Wright made absolutely no mistake with the penalty. How important did that goal turn out to be, you wonder? 2-1 at half-time. City dominated exchanges in the second half. An equaliser, I'm afraid to say, felt inevitable. It could have come there. Lawrence with a glorious opportunity at the back post. Probably had time to take a touch, truth be told. And the equaliser came courtesy of Manchester City's captain, Nico O'Reilly. Finishing off a swift, crisp move. First time finish that Jack Thompson had absolutely no chance with. Derby didn't muster much. They were better after City finally got that equaliser. Started to finally play a bit of football in the Manchester City half. No way through for Riley Maloney here. It was from some Derby pressure that the winner ultimately came. That was a chance for Hawkins there from another Maloney free kick. His delivery was good all night. Well, this was the winner. Matty Warhurst, the substitute, running away from Robinson. Thompson got a big piece of the shot. Bardell did his best to keep it out, but it had just enough pace to roll toward goal. Might go down as a Max Bardell own goal in the end, to go with the one that he scored in the right net against Preston on Tuesday. There was still time for a bit of late drama. Lacarl Samuel showed his second yellow card for that challenge on Emmanuel Ilasame, who was very effective all night for Derby. But not enough time for the Rams to make the extra man tell. And it's City who leave Matlock with the points and avenge their defeat here in this fixture last season. So not the night that the young Rams wanted. Hopefully the first team can improve on things tomorrow when they travel down to Watford. Remember, if you're an overseas viewer, if you're outside the UK, you can watch that game on RamsTV, so do join us for that if you can. There'll be reaction to tonight's game over on the website for you in the coming days as well, dcfc.co.uk. But for now, from me and the rest of the RamsTV team, good night, goodbye.